We've all heard about the Great Fire of Rome, a devastating event that plunged the entire empire into chaos. The man blamed for starting it was none other than Nero. But did he really light the flames? Let's dive into the facts and uncover the truth. Welcome to What on Earth Happened. It was the night of July 18th, 64 AD. A fire broke out in the southeastern part of Rome, near the Circus Maximus, the massive chariot racing stadium. The flames spread rapidly through the city's tightly packed wooden structures. Within hours, entire neighborhoods were consumed. People fled into the streets, screaming. Fire brigades tried to fight back the flames, but it was no use. Rome was burning. The fire raged for 6 days. When it seemed to be under control, it reignited and burned for 3 more. By the time it was over, 10 of Rome's 14 districts were damaged, with 3 completely destroyed. And where was Nero during all of this? According to ancient sources, Nero was at his villa in Antium, about 50 kilometers away from Rome, when the fire broke out. But here's where things get murky. Some historians, like Tacitus, claim Nero rushed back to Rome when he heard the news. He personally organized relief efforts, opening the imperial gardens to shelter the homeless and bringing in food to prevent starvation. Others paint a darker picture. Suetonius and Cassius Dio claim Nero watched from his palace, playing the lyre as Rome burned. One of the most enduring accusations against Nero is that he started the fire to clear land for a lavish new palace, the Domus Aurea, or Golden House. It's true that after the fire, Nero seized large areas of land to build this extravagant palace. But would he really have destroyed half his capital just to expand his palace? There's another theory, that political enemies within the Senate spread these rumors to undermine Nero's authority. Blaming him for the fire would turn the Roman people against him. Facing growing anger and political pressure, Nero needed a scapegoat. He turned to a new and unpopular religious sect, the Christians. Nero accused the Christians of starting the fire. He ordered mass arrests and brutal executions. Some were burned alive, others thrown to wild animals in the arena. It was one of the earliest recorded persecutions of Christians in Roman history. But the question remains, was Nero truly guilty, or was he simply manipulating a crisis for political gain? Modern historians remain divided. Tacitus, one of the most credible sources, admitted that the origins of the fire were unknown. There's no concrete evidence that Nero ordered it, and some argue the fire may have been accidental, caused by the city's flammable infrastructure and intense summer heat. But the story of Nero playing the lyre while Rome burned? That's almost certainly a myth, possibly propaganda spread by his political enemies to tarnish his legacy. Nero's reign ended in disgrace. In 68 AD, facing a military coup, Nero fled the city and took his own life. His last words were, "What an artist dies with me." Was Nero the mad tyrant who destroyed his own city? Or was he a victim of political scheming and historical manipulation? We may never know the full truth. The Great Fire of Rome remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Did Nero orchestrate the destruction for his own gain? Or was he a convenient scapegoat for a city destined to burn? The truth lies buried beneath the ashes of ancient Rome, leaving us to decide who Nero truly was: a tyrant, a victim, or something in between. Fun fact, despite the popular story, Nero couldn't have literally fiddled while Rome burned. The violin wasn't invented until around 1,500 years later. If he played anything, It would have been a cythera, a type of ancient Greek lyre.